Guys, for being here today. Certainly proud to have you on campus and as we kick off basketball season this year. Much like Almisha and Whitney said, we're really excited, a lot of optimism for our upcoming season, a lot of optimism about Eagle basketball here. So we've had 22 practices as of today. We kick off exhibition play on Saturday, and then we're about 10 days out of opening up in the preseason WNIT on November the 9th. So really excited, ready for basketball season to be here, and take any questions that we might have.
Coach, going into this year, is it any different from last year, how you approach the season?
David, I think it's just totally different in that this is the first roster that we have that has only been coached by this staff. So we don't have any seniors on the team. We have a group of young ladies that are totally invested into our culture, and it just makes for a really nice atmosphere. We hadn't had a bad practice yet. Now, we have worked hard every day to overcome some obvious deficiencies that we might have, size, experience, things like that. But those are things we can work through. But the energy and the enthusiasm with this bunch has been by far the best in our 3 years.
Let's talk about the youth. How do you think your team's going to be able to handle that this year? Whether a lot of girls have to step up?
Well, no doubt. The great thing is our 5 sophomores saw a lot of time last year. They got invaluable experience and really carried more minutes than they should have. So I'm cautiously optimistic that the one thing that we carried over from last year is that type of experience for them to, in essence, carry our team and be the cornerstone as we move this thing forward, not only in the immediate future but in the long term.
Tom, you lost 3 quality scores from last year. Obviously, the scoring is going to have to be more balanced this year. Sure. Talk about that. Does that make it easier as a coach, or does that make it tougher?
Well, anytime you lose the second leading rebounder in the nation and the leading assist player in Morehead State history, and Linda Dixon, who led us in minutes our first 2 years, that's not easy. Now, as was alluded to by Almisha and Whitney, the offense we're really excited about our system. We are so different in the way that we'll play. We've run probably 20 to 25% of the entire scheme of schematically how we envisioned it 3 years ago, David, of this thing looking like. So now what we're able to do is expand that. We have the roster and the personnel to do that and run in the true 5-out motion and play much more all over the court. And really what you need is 5 players, not necessarily that need to dominate the ball at any one time. That ball will be shared all over the court. So it will certainly be spread out. Our best case scenario is we have 6 to 7 players averaging 9 points or more. That would be our optimal box score.
Coach, talk a little bit about the matchup zone that you're implementing this year. That's something new that we haven't seen from the women's program the last few years. Just talk a little bit about that and how you're hoping that's going to work for you.
Well, I have to give all credit to Donnie Tyndall for the zone. I saw Donnie just use that and win games they probably shouldn't have won, honestly, defensively. So Donnie and I have been great friends. We started talking January 2012. And I wanted to learn it. I thought it would be something that would be really good for us. So about January last year, we started working on some of the principles and concepts. And then we just got really comfortable with it. And we made the conscious decision as soon as the season was over, Mike, that we were going to play the matchup. And it's been really good for us so far. It's still a learning curve. We've expanded the offense. We've changed the defensive system completely. So there's a lot of changes going on, but it's almost like it's just a breath of fresh air as far as new styles and new schemes. Our players are very comfortable with it, and they feel like they're picking up something that would give them a dramatic schematic advantage.